Hi there, welcome to HoboRec Recording Studios. I'm not actually in the studio right now. I'm in not a place that we're trying to make into something creative, but I will spend my time here today and answer some of your questions that I got in the comment section. Okay, so first off, thank you so much for bringing me questions, enabling me to make these videos. If you have any other questions about anything having to do with the recording, producing, running a studio as a business, how I do things, feel free to ask it in the comment section. And also, I recently started my Patreon account. If you want to check that out, you can find a link in the description. You will be able to ask questions there, and I will prioritize the questions that I get through my Patreon. And also, if you pay for the higher tiers, you will be able to get multi-tracks that you can mix, and you will also get a video from me every month where I go through that project, how I mixed it, solved some issues and problems and stuff like that, and hopefully you will be able to learn something from it if you're not super experienced already. So let's jump into questions. Really enjoyed watching this video. Fascinating. Can I ask, do you use noise reduction with your 2-inch machine? No, I don't. I don't have a 24-track noise reduction unit, but usually for me it's not a big issue. The projects I do record fully analog on tape and then mix it to is usually kind of loud music. The signal to noise ratio is not a big issue. What can be an issue though is the noise from guitar amps and stuff like that, but then I just use regular gates and get rid of that. And also when you're recording on tape and then transferring it to the computer, or the other way around, recording to computer and then transferring to tape and back, then of course you have the power in the computer to take away the noisy parts and solve it like that. And to be honest, some hiss and noise can be really cool. If you listen to some old records, you can really hear some noise and hiss in the background compared to really modern productions where it can be really, really clean. Sometimes I just like it. How much if you were to build me a few of the ribbon motors only so I can put them into my own shells? So this is a question on one of my videos where I built my own DIY ribbon microphone. I did sell a few of them, but they sold out. This is a really interesting question. I have been thinking about maybe doing some selling DIY parts, making some new microphones to sell them and just selling parts. So are there any more people interested in buying just ribbon motors to put in your own microphone design? If there are any interest, please let me know in the comment section, and I'll have a look at it and I'll try to see what a fair price point will be. What's an example with this combo on vocals? This question is from a pretty old video of mine where I talked about the classic compressor chain and LA2A into an 1176, but the usual chain is probably the other way around, but that's how I use it. And in that video I was just talking about it. I didn't make any audio examples at all, which is pretty weird thinking about it now. I should probably do a new video where I really show how the compressors work and what it does to the sound. But if you want to hear examples of finished mixes where I use this technique, I will have a link in the description to a Spotify playlist with a lot of cool bands that I recorded and mixed. What is the polarity of the neodymium magnet? Also, if you used brass screws to hold the motor, there wouldn't be a magnetism problem. Yeah, this question is also regarding the DIY ribbon microphone build. The polarity of the magnets are sideways, so if the magnet is like this, the polarity goes this way. This is so that it pulls in opposite directions from the actual ribbon. So when the ribbon is vibrating between the two opposing magnets, that creates some electromagnetism. And also, thanks a lot for that tip. I mean, that's so obvious that I should have thought about it, but I will do that for my next builds. Just buy some brass screws. That's fucking genius. I can't believe I didn't think about that. Thanks for the video. What pre's did you use? This is from the U87 original versus clone shootout. I did this video at my friend's old studio, the same friend that I'm now sharing my studio space right now with. And back then he had Trident 80B series, I guess it was. I'll have to check. Yeah, it was a Trident 80B. So we used not the same actual pre on all of them, but it's the same pre-design on all the signals. Probably the closest I could get it. Please do a live stream drum workshop sometime. I would pay for something like that. Yeah, so this is not really a question, or it's a request rather than a question. But if you are new to recording drums, or you just have a slight experience with recording drums, I recommend you check out my course on recording drums on Skillshare. And if you follow the link in the description, you will get 2 weeks free membership, so you can check the course and then drop off if you want to, and then you have watched the course for free. And by doing that, you also support me. I get a cut from everyone that signs up for my link. So if you want to support me without it costing anything for you, check out the course and also give me feedback on it. Yeah, so that's all the questions I got. As I said before, please leave questions in the comment section and I will get around to answer it, hopefully in next month's Q&A. And if you want to make sure you get your question answered, join my Patreon. See you next time. Bye bye. Cheers.